Hi, welcome back. I'm Harshan. In this video, I'm going to discuss about local and global scope in Python. Let's start the video. Now, let's start with the introduction to local and global scope in Python. In Python, scope refers to the visibility of variables in different parts of the code. There are two main types of scope in Python, local and global. Understanding scope is crucial for writing efficient and bug-free code. Here you can see this is a global variable and this is a local variable. This is a global variable is accessed throughout the program, and local variable is the access within the block or a function. Now let us know about local scope. A variable created inside a function belongs to a local scope of a function and can only use inside the function. It means we can create a variable inside the function which only utilized by the determined function inside the function only. The variable declared within the local scope are only accessible within the particular function or a block. They are considered as a local. So because they are only accessible within that block of code or a function. Local variables have limited lifespan and they are usually created when the function or a block is executed and destroyed when it completes its execution. Attempting to across the local variable outside the of its defined scope will result in error because it is defined inside the function or a block of code. When we are going to access outside the function, so it will returns the error. Let us know the local scope in detail. Let's discuss the example. This is a user defined function def my function and x is equal to 10. The x is a variable, means it is a local variable which is defined inside the user defined function. The user defined function named my function, and it's we are performing a printing operation, and we are calling the function and also printing the x variable. So here what happens means uh, when we call the function, this is the local scope, so it will print the 10, and this print statement is there, right? And second print statement will be not be printed because the we are printing the x outside the function, outside the user defined function, so it is a local scope. It can be printed outside the function or accessible by the outside the function. For better understanding, let's see another example. Here the user defined function called spam is there, and which has a local scope or a local variable which is defined inside the function is eggs, and it has a particular value, and we are calling the function like we are calling the spam using the brackets. So when it is called, and also we are printing the eggs, right? So when you call the spam which holds a value x, which having contains some values, so it can't be printed because why? Because the variable which is declared inside the function can be only printed inside the function, so it cannot be accessed or printed outside the function. The error happens because the x variable exists only in the local scope created when the spam is called. That's what. And similarly, this is another example. We are defining the function user defined function f, and this is a local scope having string value. It is stored s and printing the s. When we call the function f, it will be printed. That's it. It only accessible when the inside the function only, and when it is called, it will be printed. And here also we are some error happened here, right? In the second example, how? Because we are printing something and also printing the s here, so x is inside the user defined function, so it cannot be accessed because it is in the local scope. Now let us know about the global scope. uh, a global scope refers to a outmost level of the program, typically outside of any function or a code of blocks, and the variable declared in the global scope are accessible from anywhere within the program, including the inside the function. It means the global scope will be declared outside the function, user defined function. It's a global variable, and it can be also accessible by the user defined function inside the function as well and outside the function as well. That's what it's called as a global scope. Let's say an example. Before example, global scopes also have a longer lifespan because they are globally accessible and they're both inside and outside the function. So that's what I said. This is a example. Uh, the y is equal to 5. This is y variable is there, right? This y variable is a global variable, which can be also called as global scope happens. How? I will explain. Def, we are defining the define function. My function is the user defined function named, and we are printing the y. So also we are calling the function my function, so it will print the y value 5 single time. First value printed is the inside what we have given, print y, and another, see here, accessing the global variable y from outside the function. The second one is the outside accessible, for accessible done. The first output is the inside and second output is the outside accessed. And this is the second example. X is equal to 300 and we are defining the function myfunc and printing x, and when we call myfunc it will print 300, and we are printing another one time. It will be second, the first printed 300 is the function called value, means it's accessing by the user defined function inside the function, and this second output 300 is the globally what we printed using the print function, and x is defined globally. So this is what the global scope means. Let's take a difference between these two scopes, global and local. They are defined in main body of the program. The local is, it is defined within the function and is called to that function. The global is, they can be accessed throughout the function program file. Okay, they can be accessed from the point of the destination until the end of the block in what we have defined. And the third one is global variable are accessible to all function in the program, so it can be accessed by the many functions. They are not related to any way to other variables with the same names used outside the function. So that's what it treated as a different inside the function and outside the function. If you define both x values inside and outside, it will be treated as different. That's what means the global scope. uh, okay, let us conclude our video. Local and global scope play a crucial role in Python programming, defining where variables and accessible. So properly managing the variable scope essential for writing the clean and efficient the bug free code. And by understanding different between the global and the local scope, developers can write more robust and maintainable programs. So by knowing this, we can write the error free code, and we have idea about the local and global scope and how they are used. Thank you for watching.